Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. K.V. Mahendra Prashant, Professor and Head, Department of Electronics and Communication from SJB Institute of Technology. Today, my technical talk is on cognizance on simulation tools in electronics. As we know, we have n number of simulation tools in almost all domains. Let me restrict my technical talk on circuit simulation software. The content of this presentation will go like this. Let me commence from the simulation tools, the features of good simulation tool, online simulation softwares, as most of you are thinking that are beginners. Let me explore on online simulation softwares, followed by Model Sim, Athena process simulation, the features of Atlas device simulation, and some of the aspects on Simulink, and more on this multi-sim, how to go with the circuit simulation, the procedure, and few examples. As you all know, the simulation tools are learning tools in which a real life situation is simulated using models or interacted with the computer programs. Then the next question arises would be, why simulation? As you all know, if we need to design any circuit, or if we go for higher end prototype development, starting from feature extraction till the prototype development, there are so many processes involved. And if we go for the real-time development, it is cumbersome and it requires a lot of time. If we make use of this simulation, probably all this processing time could be reduced, and it could be very much feasible and easy if we go for the simulation and to look at the target of this circuit development or the product development. So definitely it reflects on the saving of cost. And as we move on to the design development, it would be better understanding of the function, testing and finding of critical stages, or if we need to analyze the different stages involved in our design aspects, could be very much analyzed and with more detailing. And this is how the simulation would definitely supports in all the better way. And of course, fast optimization of system and control. And what is that we can expect from a good tool? So as we have understood, if we look at from the tool, it is the comfortability. As soon as we provide the necessary input, instantaneous output must have to be obtained from that tool. And the correct model must have to be expected from the elements that we realize in the simulation. And correct error messages. If there are errors, that must have to provide necessary for corrections. And good execution of simulation. And the important aspect is, if you are designing any particular application, then we must have to integrate so many algorithms, and the software must have to provide the platform so as to integrate all these algorithms. And that is how the best feature of the tool that we can decide upon. And of course, we must have to expect a good output from the simulation results. And there are possibility that some of the formats must have to be exported to other programs also. So in that case, the tool must have to provide necessary feature. And if there is any technical glitches or the problems that we encountered in the simulation tool must have to be attended by the manufacturer. So there must be portability of models. That is also one of the requirement that we expect from the simulation. And that means as and when the simulation software gets updated, it must have to be very easily, we must have to have the provision to port from one program to another with whatever that updation in the simulation software. Next, as I'm talking about more on this electronic circuit simulation, let us understand what is this electronic circuit simulation. So this is the software which allows the circuit design, and this explores on the analysis, and of course it provides the necessary platform to test the circuit virtually onto a computer. And they simulate the behavior of electronics device or the circuit that we build, and it provides the necessary easy to go for this more practical to simulate a circuit. As we have understood, this one of the factors that required for this simulation. And it is not only the digital aspect, both analog and digital simulation capability must be there in the simulation. And if you look at the features, the electronic circuit simulation must have to provide the schematic editor, waveform viewer, supporting all the components that we must have to use for building the circuit. All these characteristics would be there, must be there in the circuit simulation software. Let me explore on some of the online simulation software that we have. And to start with the circuit sims. So this is one of the open source web-based circuit simulation software that we have. It is very much based on the colors, and this is very much applicable to the basic or the simple circuits that we can build with all the necessary components of electronics. But the major limitation is the quality of graphical user interface, which is not very much appreciable. We have DC-AC lab. The very key or the significant aspect of this software is all these components are virtually viewable, in the sense, just like the real-time devices, we can build the circuit as a consequence of which we have the feeling of real-time building a circuit. That's the fantasy, and it makes the components as if it has been on real time, and it has got a very attractive graphics. But the limitation is it doesn't allow you to design the circuit. Rather, it would be very much useful to practice, and probably you could see the components are very much look like a real-time devices and the components, which makes you very interesting. Next, we have this Every Circuit. This is another online simulation software that you can work on it, and it can be easily downloaded. And the significant feature is that it provides the platform, and it could be easily downloadable, and could be interfaced and provide and supports the Android and iTunes also. Okay, and it's very easy to use, and it has a good electronic design. And the significant feature of this Every Circuits is that it allows you to include simulation into your web page. But the limitation is that very limited scope for simulation, especially as far as number of parameters of the components, it is very much limited. And for the basic circuit for the beginners, you can look into it, and probably it would be very much useful if you are a beginner. We have Do Circuit. This is also online simulation software, and it's an all these measurements of the parameters of electronic circuits are very much displayed with realistic virtual instruments. And that's the fantasy of this software. And it, it supports the number of examples how this program works. And this is how you can have a video and you can look into that. Based on that, you can also practice on this software. That's about Do circuits. And we have 123D circuits. It allows, it's basically from Autodesk, and it allows you to create the circuit. Probably we do realize the circuit using the breadboard practically. And using this software, we have that feeling that as if it has been developed on breadboards. Easily, it could be interfaced with Arduino, and it could be simulated electronic circuit. And even we can create the PCB. That is the fantasy of this 123D circuit. The components are displayed in 3D in their real form. Okay. And it can program the Arduino directly from the software simulation. So this has got the flexibility and probably more scope for any particular application that you are thinking about to build the circuit supporting with the Arduino board. We have Dynacloud, and apart from just basic circuit simulation, it allows addition to that. You can able to simulate apart from normal mixed signal circuits, the microprocessors, the VHDL, SMPS power supplies, and the radio frequency circuits. But the calculation for electronic circuit are performed directly on the company server, and definitely it's an excellent simulation software with high speed. And you can explore this also, could be easily downloadable online. We have Easy EDA electronic circuit design, simulation, and PCB design. As the title signifies that it's a very powerful tool, and it verify both analog, digital, and mixed signal circuits with SPICE sub circuits and models, and easily the as if it since it is supported with the cloud-based server, we can easily look into the results after being realized with the circuits. It supports the schematic, check the operation by the circuit simulator. And it can create printed PCB with the same software. That is another key feature of the software. And easily it is downloadable. And you can interact with the colleagues of yours for more insight on the work. That's another key feature. Let me explore on this model sim. As you all know, it's a multi-language HDL simulation environment being developed from Mentor Graphics for simulation of hardware description languages, advanced code coverage capabilities. So it supports simulation, verification, and debugging. As you all know, these are all the aspects, these are all the features that one must have to look into, especially in hardware descriptive language. So it supports VHDL, Verilog, System Verilog, PSL, System C. We have Athena process simulation framework. So this enables to optimize the power semiconductor manufacturing process. As you all know, the very large scale integration, especially this supports for fabrication processes, right from the silicon wafer development till the metallization. As you all know, the fabrication processes involves silicon formation, ion implantation, diffusion, uh, to form source and drain if we are talking about MOS transistors, etching process to remove the unwanted layer, deposition, photolithography, oxidation, and silidation of semiconductor materials. These are all the various fabrication processes that we been involved in VLSI for chip development. So this is the suitable software to look into the simulation part of it, uh, providing all the necessary details as far as miniaturization is concerned. We have Atlas Device Simulation Framework. This enables device technology engineers to simulate the electrical, optical, and thermal behavior of our semiconductor devices. And very easy to use, and it is extendable platform to some of the other modules, and to analyze DC, AC, and even the time domain responses for all semiconductor based technologies in 2 and 3 dimensions. It would be very much appropriate, and probably you can go ahead for this. Next, we have probably your coming across, probably have heard about the Simulink for system modeling and simulation, and it is basically from MathWorks, and it performs multi-domain modeling and simulation, and it supports to evaluate the new design, diagnose problems with existing design, and test a system under conditions. So it is a fantastic tool, probably any applications, probably to improvise or even to come out with any innovative application product development or algorithm development. This is the best tool one can look into. Um, we have Multisim from National Instruments. As you all know, this Multisim, it's a circuit maker software which enables to capture the circuit, create layouts, analyze circuits, and simulation. And these are all the features one must have to look upon before ending up with the product development or prototype development. So this enables you to test the output of various circuits by assembling the components and drawing schematics virtually. Probably I may extend this to show the procedure how the circuit could be built using this multisim. And it highlights the feature exploring the breadboard in 3D. That's another added feature, creating printed PCB, printed circuit boards on the PCB. Now, let me explore some of these basic circuits building using this multisim to show the simulation, how that helps you to build the basic circuits. If you are looking at the toolbars, this is what you have toolbars on the arrow that is being shown here. We have a circuit window and we have a design toolbox specifically mentioning the detailing of all this that I'm going to show in the following slides. We have view toolbar where we can zoom in and zoom out the circuit that we are placed on the window. And we have standard toolbar where we can start a new file, open a file, save, or even that print could be done. And here we have component toolbar. This is what the very significant feature where we can place the component, whatever that even the sources, the basic elements, the electronic components like diodes, resistors, or even the TTL logic families like TTL, ECL, CMOS, etc., could be drawn into support the simulation software. And even the indicators, electromechanical um, components, power modules, controllers, etc., could also be brought into. And this is how it helps to build the circuit. Next, uh, once if the circuit is built, these two are the buttons which supports us to run the simulation and to stop the simulation. And probably you could see here, there's the main toolbar where we have this option of run simulation and stop simulation. We have another toolbar where all these devices could be utilized for our simulation, like function generator, oscilloscope, and even instrument toolbar, the multimeter, etc. All these measuring devices could be picked from this toolbar. Next, how to simulate a simple circuit. To place a component on the window, click on the component. See, you have the toolbar. Click on that particular component and browse for that part. And click place on the menu bar. Select the component, whichever that you are interested to build, and browse for that part. So once if you do that, you must have to provide the power and ground. That is what could be brought. Look at that, click the place where you have the source button on the component toolbar, and probably you could see here the window where you have list of families for this power sources, signal voltage, signal current, control voltage, etc. So whichever that sources that you are interested could be drawn out, and you have the field for component AC power, and you have the detailing on the symbol and the particular model or the manufacturer. So it is fantastic tool where I'll be very much decide upon which particular component and the manufacturer and the technical details. So I'm able to uh, place these components onto my window for my simulation part of it. So once if you're done, then look for, if you're looking for ground to provide to the circuit, this is the field where you can select the ground and click onto the ground, then click OK. Once if you click onto this, probably that would be appearing on the field. Next, I mean window. Next, if we need to have a virtual lamp, let me say, for as an indicator. So you have that option in the sources where you have this indicator, and the group, click the drop and the arrow and click indicators. So once if you mention that as indicators, you have a list of no indicators where you can, now if you are interested to have that virtual lamp, you pick that virtual lamp from these set of indicators and click OK and place that part on the circuit window. Okay. Once if you mention OK, probably that would be appearing on the screen. Okay. So now we can repeat the part placement to place a switch. So here we have placed 3 components, and if we need to place a switch, we have a set of switch with all the characteristics that we have, whether it is a SPDT or SPST, etc., etc. Suppose if I need to select SPST, I'll look on, scroll through this, I'll just select that and make that to appear on the symbol. If you're looking at that and if you're happy with that, and you can uh, press OK to select whatever that component you look for this. Once all these components are being selected and picked and been placed, you place close so that all the parts are appearing, okay? And that parts can be moved. Make sure that the component has a blue box around it so that you can go for this wiring, okay? And how to do, how to provide proper wiring to complete the circuit. To begin wiring, move the cursor over a part terminal. Note that the cursor changes shape to indicate that you are starting a wire. See, for example, if you are connecting that wiring from the ground, so cursor shape changes, right? You're looking at this, showing that a wire is beginning on the ground. This is the indication where you can start the wiring. And again, now you can start the wire. To end the wire, click on the other terminal where you wanted to make the necessary connection. So this is the circuit window. After clicking on the source terminal, that's how it looks. And once if it is done, you have to complete the circuit. Click on the top of the source, move the cursor to the left switch terminal and click again. So as it has been shown, wherever that is starting point and ending point, you drag and click onto that. This should draw a wire connecting the parts and continue the wiring for the rest of the circuit. And this is how the complete circuit, a simple circuit with these three components, could be realized. And if you need to simulate, as we saw there, we have a start button. You can start simulation. Okay. And once if you start simulation, you press run so that the simulation will be running. Okay. Click on the circuit window, then press space bar on the keyboard. This will operate the switch. So this way you can construct a simple circuit for simulation, and you can go for, okay, complicity as you are familiar with all these components and the procedure that you need to follow for simulating the circuit. And you have the option with the components to have real components and the virtual. Say for example, you could see here, we have real resistor where value is fixed. We can't change. Whereas if I select a virtual resistor, you can change the values and you can analyze with different values regarding the circuit that you built. And that is how the flexibility that goes, and even virtual instruments could also be connected to observe the parameter values, okay, effectively. Probably this I have shown how the wiring could be, and this is simple circuit with the diodes being connected to the voltage sources and drawn out with the output across the resistor. And this is a half-wave rectifier being developed to see the response. The output is connected to oscilloscope to see both the input and output waveforms. And this is the half-wave rectifier with filter. As you could see, the output being filtered with the capacitor that we have in the circuit. And this is the circuit to show the positive clamping, and this is the circuit to show the negative clamping and the necessary or the output connecting to this. And this the circuit shows the ASK modulation and demodulation. And this is what I would like to brief about with this limited time to explore on how the simulation software could be used for uh, electronic circuit building, and what all the online softwares that we have, and how that could be built using this multisim. Thank you. Thank you very much.